Today I want to talk about confidence. Confidence is a very important thing to have. Confidence is a state of mind. It's a mindset to have. With confidence, you can achieve anything. You know, it's like in sport, in football especially, you have these confidence players. If they score lots of goals, they will score more. The negative side of that is because they're confidence players. If they don't score goals, their head drops. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's very important to have like confidence. Confidence can make you achieve so many things. And I want to tell you about a story that made me realize something about confidence. When I was in my early 20s, I was doing mentoring for young care leavers. So basically, you have a bunch of young teenagers in care. These teenagers may be in foster families. These teenagers may be living in homes because, unfortunately, they've come from backgrounds where they may have been abused, neglected, abandoned, etc. Now, these teenagers have been raised by the system. So all their life they've just been rejected. They felt that their parents just never wanted them, and there was a call out through the local authority, the local borough, and they were asking for mentors, to help these young teenagers and assist them as they now come of age and need to assist them to be prepared for independent life. That's why they're called young care leavers. And I was like, that sounds interesting. I was in my early 20s, so I didn't have the world of life experience, but I had enough experience in life. I've had run-ins with getting in trouble. I've had run-ins with also staying out of trouble, and I thought I might be able to give these teenagers some advice. At the time now, I'm fully employed, been fully employed for a number of years, 6-7 years, uninterrupted. So I was like, yeah, this will be interesting to work with some of these teenagers. So when I've gone into the mentoring program, you have to be assessed first of all to see if you're good enough to be good enough to be a mentor for the borough. And in the classroom, there's people from all walks of life. People of different ages, different ethnicities, religious people, non-religious people, professional people, people in education. But I think I was one of the youngest, being in my early 20s, and the ages went from, I would say, 20s, 30s, 40s and 50s, male and female. And our mentor, who was training us, they were skilled in counselling and psychotherapy, something that I've studied at a foundation level. And this mentor trainer was unbelievable, very accepting, very patient. And when we're having our assessment of ourselves, we had to be honest about our backgrounds, what we've been through, good things we've been through, bad things that we've been through. You have to make a list of them, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to match you to the right mentee. You got to be matched with the right child or the right teenager. So when I was a teenager, I like to think I led an exciting life. My teenage years were brilliant. In fact, my teenage years actually helped me get through a lot of life issues in my early 20s, remembering how adventurous I was, how risque and how fun-loving I was in my teenage years. That helped me at a time when I needed confidence. looking back at my teenage years showed me, you know what, I am an outgoing person, I'm an adventuresome person, I'm a person who can just live life fast, you know. So I've wrote down my life experiences, what I've done as a teenager, some silly things, mind you, some ridiculous things that, that I'm too embarrassed to even talk about now. But as I wrote this down, I was thinking to myself, yeah, they're going to give me this teenage kid who's going to be unruly. They're going to give me this teenage kid who's going to need a lot of calming down, you know, someone who's angry. And they'll match me up with this person and I'll be able to like calm him down, kind of like use myself as a role model to show that, you know what, in life, if you want to get on, it's not about fighting it with anger. No, it's not about that. It's about being calm, being responsible, you know what I'm saying, and getting through that way. That's how you get through the system, you know. You don't get through by banging down the door. You have to be mature. You have to be composed. Yeah. Anyway, so I was thinking I'm gonna get this kid who's probably in and out of trouble with the law, young care leaver. Yeah. Everyone's being matched up now to people like them. And I remember the day when we was meeting our mentee. That's what they're called. Yeah, we was meeting our mentee. And everyone's meeting up. You know, some guys were linked with girls, and some women were linked with boys, and obviously there was women linked with girls, and there was men linked with boys. Yeah. And when I had to meet my mentee, it was a young boy. Not gonna name no names. It was a young black boy. But when I met this kid, I was taken back, because the kid, or the young lad, was not what I was expecting. I was expecting some overconfident kid, you know, gonna be loud, gonna be like, someone who's I'm gonna have to connect with and bond and work hard to make an impression. No, they gave me this young teenager who was shy, who was quiet, lacked confidence. And I was like, why have they matched me with this kid? Just couldn't understand it. And at the time I was thinking, is this a reflection of me? Is this a reflection of me? Like, a side of me that I'm hiding, that they could see. They've matched me with this kid who was shy, quiet, and seemed unconfident. Now, when I was in the mentoring assessment, I was everything but shy, quiet, and unconfident. I was outspoken, I was interactive, and I was very positive. But I was thinking, if there's something in me that they can see that I was trying to hide, that's why they matched me with this kid. Anyway, with the mentoring scheme, you have to take the mentee out. If I remember, it was once a week or every 2 weeks. I can't remember. It was either once a week or every 2 weeks. I can't remember fully, but then they give you some money to take them out, and you spend a day with them. So I think I must have been about 23, 24 at the time. And it wasn't much money they gave you. I think it was about anywhere between 10 and 20 pounds for the day to spend. And the things I would do with this young lad is, go places where there will be other people, yeah? Because I could see he was shy, I could see he was quiet and lacked confidence. So the idea was like, let me try and build up his confidence. And that's when it hit it. And that's when it hit on me. That's why they matched me with the kid. That's why they matched me with him. Not because I'm shy or lack confidence and they were, matching like for like. The way how I presented myself in the mentoring assessment, the way how I presented myself, they believed that I'll be able to bring something out of the young lad. And that's what it was, to bring out his confidence, Now you've got to remember, I've said it a few times on these videos, when I was young, in my early teens, you know, I did lack some confidence, and it was due to weight issues, being overweight, which that weight did drop off through further on in adolescence. It just came off naturally, but I do remember feeling insecure at PE especially, and that's a confidence with talking with girls, and didn't really have the social skills. The social skills wasn't fully developed, but I remember through, you know, confronting my fears, going out, speaking with people, hanging around with people who are a bit more outgoing than me. You know, if you want to be a better person, hang around with people who represent where you want to be. You know, like if you want to be successful, hang around with successful people. If you wanna be healthier, hang around with healthy people, and so forth. Yeah. So you know, I remember hanging around with people who were a bit more talkative, and I would pick up certain things and I would learn styles for myself. So it was a long-term development, and you just find yourself out there. So what worked for me, I said, you know what? This is why they matched me with this kid. I know how I'm going to help him. I'm going to build up his confidence. So we will go out places where there'll be other people. You know, when we travelled everywhere, I wouldn't get a cab. I would make sure we'll get a bus, yeah. And we wouldn't sit at the bottom of the bus. We sat at the top of the bus where there was loads of people, and we would go to the top of the bus, and I used to take him to the back of the bus, and we would talk and I have conversations with him loud. I was showing him how to be like extrovert and outgoing and talkative, just to be confident, you know, just to believe in yourself. And slowly, week by week, I could see the change in him. I could see the change. You know, confidence is a great thing. I remember it was his birthday, took him to a bar. I also remember taking him to the barbers to get a fade, so this kid didn't have a fade. It was just an all out, all grown, nothing wrong with that at all. But it's like the young kids, you know, all the young kids have got fades. So I give him a fade, yeah. I make him look in the mirror and teach him how to love himself, you know, in a healthy way. How to love himself. Look at yourself, man. Yeah, this is you. Yeah, this is you. This is what God has given you. Yeah, this is how the universe has made you. Yeah, love yourself, fam. You understand? Yeah, and you love yourself through within your character. Express yourself, you know, and the shyness will go away. You know, be more outgoing, more talkative. And his foster carer, I remember I would talk to her, and the foster carer would say, oh, there's a change. And he's gotten more confident, but the foster carer was saying they don't think that he's ready to leave home. But this is that was the brief, prepare them for the outside world, yeah? Prepare this young care leaver scheme. That was the brief. The foster care was saying, don't think they're ready. The young child wanted to move out into what they call supported housing. So it's the first stage of where they start being independent. They'll still have the social workers, and you know, but it's supported housing. It's teaching them for the outside world. But the foster carer was saying that they weren't ready. So there was a conflict there. It's such a shame there was a conflict there. You know, long story short, in the mentoring scheme, I think they did a documentary on it, and it was on TV on the community channel, and they used about 4 mentor and mentee relationships as the example. And you know, our relationship, me and the kid, they featured us, and we was featured. It was on Sky, it was on the community channel at the time. It was brilliant, and it was very positive. It was showed on, I think, in the council chambers and in the civic suite. It was really good. But when the video came out, the carer said they don't want me to mentor, their foster child anymore. They don't think they're prepared. I'm encouraging them too much. And the relationship had to end. The relationship had to end. Unbelievable. I don't know what that young lad's doing now, but this would be almost exactly 20 years ago. 20 years ago, believe it or not. Yeah, when I was about 23, 24. So whatever this kid's doing now, I hope he remembers those lessons what I showed him, and he's using those basics. And he's a young, confident person with a family, happy, working, But it's like when you're confident, you can do anything. When you're confident, you can do anything. And what you got to be careful in life is not to let anyone take away your confidence, okay? Not to let anyone. Starting from young. Yeah, when you're young, you're at school, okay? When you're a young child at school, young teenager, you're going through adolescence, coming into your personality, not too 100% sure what you want to do, who you are. Don't let anyone put you down. People are going to criticize you anyway, because you may be different, because you may not be like everyone else. You're going to come across that. But don't let that affect you. Don't let that affect you. Believe in yourself and surround yourself with the people who love you. You understand? Don't surround yourself with people who are putting you down and making you feel less, because no one is less and everyone is equal. You understand? When you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. People will try and put you down because they see something in you what ain't in them. Yeah, what they see in you is authenticity, genuineness. You don't have to fake it to be happy. You can just be yourself. And when people see that innocence in you, and when people see that happiness in you, it burns them because they ain't got that in themselves. So that's why people hate on you. Always remember that. And for those people who are in those relationships, and the relationships are very hard, those relationships are difficult, because the person that you love, the person that you care for, the person that you will do anything for and sacrifice anything for, that person is taking you for granted, that person is manipulating you, that person is making you feel bad, trying to break your self-esteem to be on top of you. Don't let those people break you down like that. Always believe in yourself. Remember the person that you were before you went into a relationship. Remember you were born perfect. Remember you was raised by parents who loved you. You understand? Remember you have people who care for you. And don't let someone take away your self-esteem, because once your self-esteem is taken away and the confidence is taken away, that's when you can be defeated. Your confidence and your self-esteem is a protective barrier that will always help you. And you build up your confidence and your self-esteem, okay, by working in yourself all the time, by reflecting. When things go wrong, you look at what went wrong, yeah, and then you reflect on it and think how to improve. Don't think that, it's their fault all the time. No, you must adopt a no-blame culture and look at what could I have done to avoid this? What can I do next time to avoid this situation? Another thing I find is in life, it's very difficult for some people, for everyone, to get a job. It's easy to get a job, don't get me wrong, but there's plenty of work out there, but people are picky. Not everyone's going to take any type of job. I understand, I do appreciate that. Yeah, but sometimes when you want to get on a ladder, you just got to take what you can and you got to work your way up. Yeah. But when someone says that, you can't do this, or when someone rejects you for a post, don't let it get you down. Okay. Yeah. If you got a criminal record, yeah, that doesn't mean you can't get a job. Yeah. Keep on going through. Keep on believing in yourself. Someone out there will give you a chance. You just got to keep believing in yourself. All right. Because you got to have a higher belief as well. It's not just about yourself. You've got to remember that you're linked to the universe. Yeah, you're created. Yeah, flesh and bone. You understand? It's all linked to the universe. Anything that's made of physical matter, it's all connected. You understand? And it's all connected and combined through energy, life force. You understand? Yeah, the creator. You can be anything you want to be. You can create and manifest anything you want in your life. They say God blesses those who help themselves You understand? You can't just sit around and expect something to happen. You've got to take action. You understand? Yeah? And work against the grain, and you will get what you want. You will definitely get what you want. Have a belief in a higher order. Those will get you through hard times. You're never on your own. Always believe in yourself. Motivation is the key. Find out what makes you tick and go for it. You know what I say to myself, you know what I do? I have certain things I want to achieve in a day. Yeah? And I tick those things off. You know what I'm saying? When I tick those things off, I feel good about myself. I don't care what other people are doing. Yeah? Someone may be in a better paid job than me. You know what I mean? Someone might have a newer car than me. You know what I'm saying? Someone may live in a bigger house than me. I don't care. That's good for those people. Everyone's got a different path. Yeah? We all have to look at ourselves, not compete with no one. The only person you compete with is yourself. That's all you do. You self-improve. Okay? And when you self-improve and you achieve your own personal goals, that is what will make you confident in yourself, and no one will be able to take away from you, no matter what people think of you, no matter what people say about you. It won't matter. It's just their opinion. Why should you base yourself on someone else's opinion who doesn't even know you? It don't make no sense. Understand? You create your own world. You write your own story. You are what you say you are. I mean, if there's people out there saying that they're a dog, if there's people out there saying that they're a tree, yeah, and we've got to respect those people's opinion, then my word, why can't we tell ourselves that I'm an amazing person? Why can't we tell ourselves that we're fantastic? Why can't we tell ourselves there is no one like us and we're irreplaceable? Yeah? Because if people can go out there and say they're a bird, if people can go out there and say they're a lamppost, yeah, and that's how they want to express themselves, then I tell you what, well, in that case, I'm expressing myself as being the number one fantastic person in the world. You get me? Yeah? And no one is taking away from my confidence. And that's what you need to tell yourself. Don't let no one take away your confidence. You're fantastic. You're amazing. I believe in you. Make sure you believe in yourself. That's what it's all about. People are hating on you. People are trying to put you down. It's because they see something in you that they ain't got in themselves. And all they're trying to do is transfer their negativity, their insecurities onto you. Because they see that you're a nice person. They see your innocence. They see you ain't been through certain things that they've been through. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to put their shadows onto you. So you know what you need to do? Is develop a little bit of edge. And when you go through hard times, don't feel sorry for yourself. That's just the universe giving you lessons so you can develop an edge. And when you go through hard times and you go through the tunnel, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and you'll always come out stronger. And for the next person who wants to deal with you, they would have bitten off more than they can chew, believe me.